Hi, everybody. We have a very special event for you here tonight on Sterling High School TV 19. It's the 8th grade championship game tonight as Yellin School plays host to Berlin. I'm Tad Kazaneski along with Kevin Schulz, set to bring you all the action tonight. And Kevin, will start with the home team, Yellin. This is a team we've been familiar with a long time. We've done their games here for a long time, and they're here in the championship once again.
Yeah, I'll tell you, and the big thing is a lot of these kids had been here when they were in championship games the last couple years, so they're used to this environment. It's going to be packed. It's packed right now. But this is a Yellin team that we've seen year in and year out under Joe Kogan play the game the right way. They do what they have to do fundamentally, and that's a big reason why they're 24-3 and sitting here in a championship game.
Now, the visiting story is a real interesting story. It's Berlin coming in. They're the 7th seed, and just flat out, Kevin, nobody expected them to be here.
No, I mean, they're playing with house money right now, just going out there. They're going to scrap, do what they have to do. Might press early, because as an underdog, you're just going to pull out all the stops, do what you have to do. Could be an interesting game, but this is a team that's playing very hard, and they've really earned their way to this point.
Well, it's the 8th grade championship here in 2016. We'll see what happens. Yellin looking to repeat as the 8th grade champions versus Berlin. We'll step aside, come back with all the action right here, our Channel 19 Game of the Week.
And welcome back, everybody. Tad Kazaneski, Kevin Schulz with you here in Sterling High School TV 19. It's going to be Berlin, the number 7 seed, well under 500 in the regular season, against Yellin School from Stratford, 24-2, 13-0 overall. And Yellin expected to be here. Berlin did not. It's going to be interesting to see how this game goes along, Kevin.
Berlin's the team that makes the argument for you peaking at the right time. I mean, we always talk, there's times when you see very good teams that go into slumps at the end of the year and lose in the first round, but obviously Berlin was the other way around, got hot at the right time, and here they are in a championship game.
Your starters for Berlin will be Davis, Beebe, Mattiacci, White, Schooneman, and Vasquez. For Yellin, it'll be Soriano, Borum, Arrigo, Jess, and Rushworth. Capacity crowd here from Yellin School in Stratford. Quickly, Stratford wins the toss. Off the backboard converted, Joe Arrigo, and on the board first is Yellin.
Now, good pass by Anthony Rushworth off that jump ball right there. Found him with that bounce pass. You're going to see a lot of that from these Stratford kids.
Stratford has a very good half-court press game that they bring out.
Well, really starting out, pressuring the perimeter, and that's what you want to do, especially when you look at kids probably not used to playing in this atmosphere. And you're talking about Berlin with the crowd on top of them, and right now it looks like kind of early nerves are taking over and having an effect on Berlin.
Zach Davis on the turnover there. Yellin just turned it over. I was the first to say Sterling, so standing on the end line there was Soriano, and that's what turned that one over. Get it in. We flat out asked the Berlin coach, how'd you get here? He said a lot of magic, a lot of luck, and a lot of things at the right time. Nobody would have predicted them here. In fact, we were almost counting on a Yellin versus Summerdale game. Summerdale was the number 2 seed, but they got upset.
And a team like Berlin's probably, in a lot of cases, eventually, once they get the initial nerves out, maybe going to play a little bit looser.
Shot is going to be in and out. Rebounded nicely by Dylan Jess, whose father's an officer here in Stratford.
Had a good shot attempt, but with this very good perimeter defense, you've got to get rid of it quick.
Another turnover for Berlin. Going to go coast to coast, off the glass. That shot is no good. Borum on the rebound. Berlin's getting their chances. Defensively, they're doing a decent job. Just haven't been able to put it in. It's 2-0 Yellin, 8th grade championship here. Borum drives baseline, off the glass for 2 more.
And we got the stops here. It all starts with good ball movement around the perimeter, getting the defense out of position, and they're able to go baseline with the layup.
So Leo Bourne, his first 2. It's now 4-0 Stratford. They're going to tie the shoes of Joe Arrigo here, and that's what that whistle was for. And again, Yellin will come in with their half-court trap.
And it all started with the quick ball movement, got the defense out of position, and that's why Borum was able to have that space off to that left side.
5.5 to go first quarter. Yellin leads it 4-0. Around the perimeter with it, Vasquez. He has it right now. Far side, Davis, and he turned it over on a travel.
Yeah, not a bad diagonal look by Berlin. You could see Stratford kind of loosen the defense a little bit on the perimeter, but as soon as the ball got out there, you could see him, the defense sway out there very quickly on the shooter, He got a little bit rattled.
5-minute mark, first quarter. Yellin by 4. Borum with the jumper. Yes. Leo Borum now with 4.
Now, Borum looked good there. Set the feet, let it go. You could tell by the release, he felt like that one was going to go in.
6-0 Yellin.
And this is what Berlin's got to do. They've got to move the ball quickly around the outside. The last thing they need is to get trapped in the corner. And that was a good play right there with the bounce pass down low.
It's going to be over the back, Kevin, against Yellin. Excuse me, against Berlin. Giovanni Mattiacci White picks up his first, the team's first. Full court pressure on for Berlin.
And Berlin down 6-0. The thing that's hurting them is they're not taking advantage of some of the opportunities they're getting down low towards the basket.
Oh, good job to get it across to Borum. Swing it over far side for Arrigo. Arrigo in the corner for Borum. Spins. Nothing there inside. Soriano swings it far side. Arrigo back to Soriano. In the lane, off the glass. No good, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Now that's the case of Soriano taking advantage of what was there. And a nice thing you see from a lot of these young kids, whenever they get the ball, they're constantly looking away from the ball, seeing the movement away from the ball. Soriano obviously saw a little bit of a seam there and took advantage with a drive to the basket.
Soriano, a senior. Good ball handler. Good defender as well. 7-0 Yellin early on.
And Yellin right now is really just taking advantage of what's being given to them by Berlin defensively.
4 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And this is not, it's the start that Stratford wanted, Kevin. And if you're Berlin, the underdog against a big crowd, it's not what you wanted.
Well, if you're Berlin, you were able to get a couple of fast breaks, weren't able to convert. You had a couple bounce passes down low, weren't able to convert. And I think a lot of that, again, has to do with early nerves. They just need to get on the board here and get themselves in a situation where they're playing a little bit more loose. But right now, again, a real good start here for Stratford.
Well, you can see you have the Yellin School team on the right, Berlin on the left. We've got 4:20 to go here in the first quarter. It is 7-0 Stratford. A capacity gym. There's actually, if you turn left, David, there's a stage to the left, and people are piling in right now. So you have those stands there. If you go hard left, David, you can see to your left, there's your fans from Berlin. Now, if you go all the way right here, you're going to see your fans from Stratford. So, I mean, you are fitting everybody you can possibly fit in this place, Kevin.
And it's another thing, you know, Berlin obviously a little nervous in their championship game, but these kids probably haven't seen this type of atmosphere where it's packed, there's people on top of them. On Yellin's hand, on the other hand, they've seen this before. Even though some of the kids might not have been in the game, just being around this type of atmosphere, I think, is going to help them and has helped them here early on in this game.
So Soriano will get one more. That makes it 8-0. Soriano now with 2. Berlin looking for their first points, and traveling is Isaac Beebe.
And it's pretty much a guarantee. You know, they've loosened things up when you're around the perimeter up high, but when you go in that corner on the perimeter, you've got to either pass the ball or get out of that area, or they're going to trap you. They did it right there and were able to get the turnover.
Inside to Jess. Borum thinks about it. Drives baseline. Nice pass inside. Picked up on the play by Rushworth. No good. Loose ball. Jess saves it into Rushworth. Rushworth sends it out to Soriano. Shot short. Boy, Yellin controlling the boards, a foul as Rushworth will go to the free throw line.
Well, that was just a case of Yellin and Rushworth in particular of just staying with it, and getting himself the opportunity. He was able to eventually get to the line.
Anthony Rushworth, don't let his size fool you. He is an outstanding basketball player. If I had to give an MVP of the team this year, this would be the guy, Kevin.
Well, you know, he's got good hands, obviously a very good baseball player also. But I liked in that situation how he was able to use his body, and I think that's something you're going to see as this game progresses.
Yellin now leads it 9-0. That's Rushworth's first point of the night. 3:45 to go here in this first period. Inside, knocked away. They'll keep it there off the foot of Rushworth. Again, it's Yellin in the white, Berlin in the blue. Thought about it, but no. Kicking it back out to BB will set things up. It's hard just to get a shot off for Berlin right now. There's a shot they do get off. That's BB's shot, no good. Rebounded by Borum, who has it taken away. Nice pass here off the glass, short. They fight for the rebound. Comes out to Borum. Bourne wants to take it up for Jess. Jess off the glass and converts. Dylan Jess for his first two, and already 5 Yellin players have scored.
Now, Dylan Jess doing a great job getting ahead of the pack, and another outstanding job by Stratford defensively of just getting in the shooter's face and getting the ball going the other way.
Stolen away by Arrigo. Great defense there. Arrigo will bring it up. Arrigo may take this. Goes near side. Bourne traveled beforehand. Berlin ball.
I think he just lost control a little bit, but Borum, other than that, is having an outstanding night. And, what Stratford's been able to do offensively is move the ball, get guys out of position, but defensively, they have great defense away from the ball, and that's one of the big things that I think is frustrating this Berlin team.
Good ball movement here as they get it out into the corner. It's Davis. Not a lot of good shot opportunities for Berlin early on.
Well, the defense gets to the shooter. And when you have to rush a shot, you're going to get the type of opportunities, rushed opportunities that we've seen from Berlin.
Here's a 3 for Davis. That's no good. Coming away with it is Suriano. Suriano coast to coast. It's blocked. Real nice block there by Giovanni Vasquez.
Now, that's a great job of Vasquez staying with Suriano. And Suriano was trying to set things up to either get the basket or draw the foul, but that's just a great job of defense by Vasquez of Berlin.
Looking to get it in. They get it into Rushworth. Rushworth is fouled and he's going to go back to the free throw line. Believe he was fouled by Mariachi White, who's picked up his second. So Mariachi White with 2, Schooneman with 2. Back to the free throw line, Anthony Rushworth.
And Anthony Rushworth down low just has a knack for taking on contact, going right up, and that's why you're looking at him, within the last couple minutes, getting to the line a couple times right here.
Not having a good day thus far at the free throw line as he has now missed 2, made 1. Into the game now is Jake Trewern for Berlin. 1 more for Rushworth. And Rushworth now with 2 as he goes 2 for 4 from the free throw line. It's now 12-0 Yellin. 2 minutes to go here in this first period.
Yellin really bringing that defense out on the perimeter, and another quick shot by Berlin.
Nice rebound by Rushworth. They run the floor. Here's Borum. Borum off the glass, too hard. Rebound inside. Jess, count it. Dylan Jess now with 4, and he has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Have Borum running ahead of the pack, and Jess did a great job following that one up. Of course, about a minute ago in this game, Jess was able to get ahead of the pack and get a basket, and now he's got a chance for the old-fashioned three-point opportunity here.
Jess with 4. That was Schooneman's 3rd foul. Not able to get that one. So foul trouble for Schooneman with 3, Mariachi White with 2. Berlin looking for their first points. Great defense for Yellin thus far. Loose ball here. Going with it is Arrigo. Arrigo gets some contact and he'll go to the free throw line. Good job to protect the ball.
And probably one of the more impressive things I don't think that we've really mentioned is that the offense for the most part has been spread out in this 14-0 first quarter start here for Yellin.
Foul went again. Isaac Beebe, his first. As Joe Arrigo, an 8th grader, goes to the free throw line. Very good ball handler and shooter. Not able to make that one. Into the game for Yellin will be Henry Kern, a 7th grader, replacing Dylan Jess. 1 more for Joe Arrigo. Trying to make it 15-0 Yellin. And he does. For Arrigo, that was point number 3. 1:20 to play here, first quarter. Nice job to get in the lane. Shot put in. That's Mike Schoeneman, the first 2 of the game for Berlin.
Good job of Schoeneman taking matters into his own hand and creating his own offensive opportunity right there.
Yellin going to get an offensive foul against Joe Arrigo. So Arrigo, off a good charge taken by Berlin, that was the first foul of the game against Yellin. As in the game now is Liam Kriebel comes into the game. Exactly 1 minute to go first quarter. Yellin up 15-2. And we're going to travel in a turnover against Mariachi. Yellin down right in front of us. Yellin up 13. We wind it down in the first quarter. Borum wants to go baseline. Not there. Swing it over for Arrigo. Borum. Borum wants to drive into the lane. Fade away. Doesn't fall. Rebounded nicely and put in by Kriebel. Kriebel is the 6th Squire to score in this first quarter.
Well, spreading around the offense and just dominant on those offensive boards. You saw Kriebel do a great job of boxing out. More importantly, going right back up with that left hand and finishing.
Around the perimeter, good drive with it is Davis. Nice pass inside. Thinking no twice about it is Beebe. Kicks it out. This is a 3. No good. Still 10 seconds to go first quarter. That shot is no good. Henry Kern on the rebound. 5, 4, 3 seconds. So they get off for the buzzer. Soriano has a block. And that is action in the first quarter. We'll step aside and take a break. Yellin leads at 17-2. You're watching the 8th grade championship on Sterling TV 19. And welcome back. Second quarter action. Tad Kozaneski, Kevin Schulz with you here on Sterling High School TV 19. The 8th grade championship here in 2016. And Yellin couldn't have scripted it any better.
No, they got off to a great start, and a lot of it has to do with, as they got going, really having everybody contribute in the scoring column. But I think the big thing is they've got this Berlin team frustrated with the defense that you're seeing. The defense on the ball, on the perimeter, and also the defense away from ball. Just a complete effort by Yellin here in this first quarter.
Yellin sends in Tony Collins into the game, and he picks up a foul there. Tony Collins is lightning in a bottle. His brother Zach, we saw play a lot of soccer. Very quick. 17-2 as we start the second quarter. Good anticipation. Rushworth somehow saved that. I don't know how he did it. Gets it to Arrigo. Yellin sets it up. Bourne wants a 3. No good. Rushworth up to get it. Rushworth to the glass and puts it in. So Rushworth now with 4. I thought he'd bang it, but just made it himself.
Well, and a good knack to know where to go to get that rebound.
19-2 Yellin. Bourne on a steal. Bourne can go coast to coast if he wants. Too hard off the glass. And a foul and converted by Dylan Jess. Dylan Jess now with 6 points.
And a lot of them have come, or a couple of them have come from shots just like that, where you see an opportunity, and he just wanted it more. Went for the rebound, put it right back up, and has got himself to the foul line here.
6:14 to play here in this first half. It is 21-2. Yellin with the lead, and I want to welcome our cameraman Carly Redfern in. She's helping us do the action as we are here from Yellin School. We have a cheerleader on the floor here who is doing an amazing amount of backflips. Holy cow.
You get exhausted just watching that, but that's a great job by our cheerleader here.
Wow, maybe we'll get a shot of that the next time. There you see the Squires, Kevin. I mean, they were heavily favored in this game, and they do lead at 21-2, and they've got a lot of stuff that Berlin just can't handle right now.
Yeah, and the thing was the quick start that they got off to, and I don't think Berlin ever recovered from that. You're seeing them get the ball, rush shots, and Yellin defensively early on, right from the get-go, got in Berlin's head with the perimeter defense, the defense away from the ball, and it's really continued throughout the first quarter and into the second quarter.
So we get ready for this foul shot. And again, the credit to Joe Kogan and his team, Kevin. In the first quarter, 6 Yellin players scored in the first 7 minutes. We only play 7 minutes in a quarter here.
And that's what they do. They distribute the ball. And on top of that, you're seeing them really play aggressively, winning battles to loose balls. especially this guy, Dylan Jess, a couple rebounds and just wanting it more than anybody underneath the basket and getting those putbacks.
Jess is the leading scorer in the game. This is for number 7. And nope, we're going to say a lane violation. Do not count it. Lane violation against Yellin.
Is that like something referees are looking for a little bit more this year? I've seen it more this year.
It's been a point of emphasis, if you will. They've kind of really watched it closely, and you can see it as we're going to get a blocking foul. This could be against Jess. As Berlin will go to the free throw line. Actually, that's Rushworth going to pick up his first.
And Vasquez, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Vasquez is doing everything in his power to try to create some offense, because you can see Berlin, not getting good opportunities through ball movement. When they do, that defense gets over there. Vasquez, seeing that seam open up a little bit, tries to get a drive to the basket.
So Vasquez hits his first. He is the team leader of this Berlin team. Coach calls him the workhorse of this team. Guess your go-to guy, if they're going to get back in this game, as you saw in that last play, he's going to have to do it. Misses on the second. We're getting another lane violation. Again, we saw that a lot in high school. That went against Yellin, as back into the game will be Suriano. He is going to replace Borum. So another chance for Vasquez. This one he gets. Makes it 21-14. 21-4, excuse me.
Berlin in a desperate situation, just trying to make things happen with picking up the press a little bit before half court. Obviously Yellin, good team all around in the half court and the defense, and here at breaking the press.
Borum runs out of room and turns it over. These two teams have played each other before. Yellin won handily in both meetings.
And if you're Berlin right now, obviously, 21-4, just take this game one possession at a time.
Stolen away by Borum, who spins. Kicks it back out. Suriano running one-hander. Yes, nice move by Jeremy Suriano. He has 4.
Now, another case of taking what the defense gives them. You're either seeing good ball movement or a play like Suriano going to the hole right there, sinking the short jumper.
Outside shot drilled by Hunter McCall. His first 2 off a nice pass from Vasquez. 23-6 Yellin. And we're going to get a foul reaching in against McCall. He just picked up his first. This is going to be 1-1. So far from the free throw line, Yellin is 5 for 9. Is going to the free throw line. Joe Rigo with 3 points tonight.
And usually I'd say that far away from the ball, that's not a great foul. But in Berlin's situation, right now you got to try to do anything to shake things up a little bit. And when you're playing tight defense, especially against a good ball handler like Arrigo, you're going to have the possibility of that happening.
First of the 1-1 is not good. Berlin right back at it. You're going to get a reach-in foul against Yellin. And let's see who's got this. It's going to go against Suriano. That'll be his first, the team's 4th. .5:10 to go, first half here in Channel 19. 23-6, Yellin with the lead. This is the 8th grade championship here in 2016. Nice move inside Davis, and he is going to be called for a foul. Reaching in is Joe Arrigo, has just picked up his 2nd foul. And that is the 5th team foul.
Now they had Vasquez get down that middle for a couple drives at a basket, and obviously Arrigo didn't want to see that happen again.
Under the 5-minute mark here in the first half. Vasquez runs out of room, stolen away by Suriano. Suriano. Borum, nice play inside. Nice pass here, knocked away though. Here's a 3-on-1. Vasquez does it himself, little bit short. Good rebound and a kick out, and a foul is going to go against Joe Arrigo. That's going to be his 3rd foul.
Soriano did a good job of just kind of diverting Vasquez out to the outside a little bit, but Berlin stays with it and eventually gets himself to the line.
Jake Trerwin to the free throw line. They're waiting for the Yellin team to get up on the foul line. They need one more, I'm told. Joe Arrigo not sure what to do there. Coach says go back. His free throw line, as we mentioned, Trewern. Trewern makes his first. As a team, they're 2 for 2 from the free throw line. As checking into the game will be Tony Collins. He will replace Joe Arrigo. Perfect 2 for 2 is Trevor. He has 2 points now. Checking back into the game will be Anthony Rushworth. He replaces Liam Kriebel. Full court pressure on. Borum across the timeline. Collins sets it up. Borum, nice play inside. Rushworth converts. What a pass, though, to get that in there, Kevin.
And that's when you know you're in a good half-court set, and kids know the half-court set when they know where the ball's going before they get it. And I think that was the case with Borum dishing off the bounce pass to Anthony Rushworth.
Borum wants to do it himself. Left hand short. He misses it. Maybe thought about that one too much. 25-8, Yellin with the lead. 3:40 to go first quarter, and in on a foul will be Leo Borum. That'll be his first, and that'll put Berlin to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Well, Beebe was able to get in to Borum, and Borum had his feet moving. Berlin slowly showing a few signs of life right here, late in this first half.
Sean Kozaneski replaces Tony Collins. As to the free throw line now is Isaac Beebe looking for his first points of the night. Tell you what, they brought their free throw game with them. They're 4 for 4 from the free throw line as a team. That's Beebe's first.
And what you're saying, it started out with Vasquez. You know, they tried to move the ball around the perimeter. That didn't work with tough perimeter defense. They're trying to attack the basket a little bit more with drives. And like you said, Tad's gotten to the line, and for the most part, they've converted.
Across the timeline, Soriano. Kozaneski far side, picks it up. Gets it in for Borum. Borum will take the J. Misses. Rebounded by Mariachi White. Running the floor. Nice pass here for Davis. Too hard off the glass. Rushworth had it and lost it. Thinking about a shot now. Now here's a 3 for Beebe. That shot's no good. Rebounded on the play. Here goes Borum. He'll try it again. He is clobbered, and he will go to the free throw line. Heads up play by Borum.
Yeah, and that was one where Berlin just figured they were going to commit the foul on Borum, but they didn't want him to have the opportunity to get the three-point play. Borum doing a great job getting ahead of the pack and showing the ability to run the floor.
Leo Borum to the free throw line after the foul by Vasquez. Shot no good. Yellin is now 5 for 11 from the free throw line. Borum with 4 points, trying for 5. $26-9, I'm sorry. Leading it is Yellin. Knockdown, Soriano. Soriano is rejected. They call that a clean block. The Schwartz checked that Mariachi blocked it. It's going to stay with Yellin.
Well, Soriano stepped up and just got right in the face of the half court and kind of threw off Berlin and bringing the ball up, and they got a little confused right there and got a little rattled.
Inside, Borum, nice move off the glass. Leo Borum with 7.
Now, great job of Borum spinning and creating his own opportunity down low.
Almost a backcourt there. They keep it going. Good swing pass far side. Davis shot is long, rebounded by Rushworth.
Well, got the open look, and we've seen that a couple times, just haven't been able to hit it.
travel against Kazaneski. It's going to be Berlin ball. Yellin leads at 28-9, 2:30 to play here in this first half of the 8th grade championship game. Across the timeline. Nearly stole it. Nice job to step up into the corner. BB shot, no good. Rushworth, and picking it up was Jess off Rushworth's hands. 2:10 to play. Kazaneski, he'll put up a shot. Yes! Sean Kazaneski, his first two. He's the 7th player to score for Yellin.
Kazaneski finding that opening right there off to the left side, making it count. Good quick release.
30-9, Yellin with the lead. Here's a three. McCall, kaboom! Our first three of the game. Hunter McCall now has 5.
Well, if they want to have any prayer, any shot of getting back in this game, they're going to have to hit some threes.
1:30 to go. They get it across the timeline. Kazaneski picks up his dribble, goes inside. Rushworth. Rushworth, nice pass in for Jess. Jess puts it home. Great passing all around. Jess now with 8.
Well, you really have to like the way both Rushworth, Jess, Leo Borum work well in the low post.
That shot is long. Borum on the rebound. 1:10 to go first half. 20-point lead, Yellin. Borum over for Suriano. Suriano gets it to fall. Suriano with 6.
And I think that's a case. You're guarding the perimeter. You're worried about what's happening in the low post. That little seam develops, and Suriano takes advantage of it.
50 seconds to go, first half. Berlin drives baseline, and we're going to get a travel. And some subs come into the game. Kriebel comes in. Jim Zingaro comes into the game for Yellin.
And this is a first half with the 34-12 lead that Yellin, I don't know the exact number, but have probably used about 10 or 11 players, maybe even more.
And they'll use more, I would assume, as this game goes on. 34-12, they lead it. Final 40 seconds, first period, I should say, first half. Here's Collins. Collins, nice pass. Zingaro, hard off the glass, and it falls. Jimmy Zingaro's first 2.
Good job of Zingaro finding that opening off to the right side. The soft, running one-handed bank shot, and he makes it count in first minute into this game.
Zingaro also picks up a foul there. He is the 8th Yellin player to score in this first half. As to the free throw line, Giovanni Vasquez with 2 points. As a team, they're 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Vasquez now with 3.
Vasquez is one of those guys from Berlin that is trying to get it working, trying to create some type of offense by some drives to the basket, but had a couple drives. One was successful, but this Yellin defense has really buckled down, especially the help defense.
Nice fake by Zingaro, goes inside. Jess tries to go near side, and it's going to be Berlin ball. 10 seconds to go, first half. Get it across. Looking for Vasquez, and a foul against Liam Kriebel. Kriebel's going to pick up his first 9th team foul, so it'll be 1-1 as Vasquez goes to the free throw line.
Trying to go for the steal, and you thought you might have had a chance to have it, and obviously when the body's hitting that situation, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt on the call, but things started with that trap off to the outside. It's been so effective for Yellin throughout this game.
Taken away. Here's Vasquez before the buzzer. It is no good. But so far, it has been all Yellin. They are cruising here. We'll watch the cheerleaders, so we're going to stay here and watch the cheerleaders for a second. But as we end the first half of basketball action, it's 36-13. Yellin with the lead. And again, we're listening for the cheerleaders with you right here. continue a little bit more here right now. Well, there you have it, halftime with the Yellin cheerleaders. We will step aside and take a break here at halftime. Again, Yellin leads this 2016 eighth grade championship 36-13. Back with more in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Second half action here on the Channel 19 of Sterling High School. 36-13. Yellin leads it. Leading scorer Dylan Jess with 8. Leo Borum had 7. Jeremy Suriano had 6. Anthony Rushworth had 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Yellin players scored in the first half.
Well, they got off to a great start. You couple that with the defense, and also everybody in the court is a threat to score at any time. They spread the ball out, and there's too many people for Berlin to cover, and they were just overwhelmed in that first half.
So we're kind of in Grand Central Station here as people continue to walk by, and unfortunately we have to wait for them to clear the floor, so the safety of the players. So final 14 minutes, we'll do 7-7 for the 2019 championship. Berlin gets the ball first. They need to do some serious scoring. Their leading scorer in the first half was Hunter McCall, number 3, who had 5 points. Running one-hander, Vasquez, no good. Rebounded by Schooneman. He'll pull it back out.
Well, Vasquez had that opportunity, went in there, didn't convert, but you can see Berlin's game plan this second half is to keep it patient and work around for an open shot. They did it right there. Got the open 3.
Kaboom! Isaac Beebe, Kevin, now has 4. 36-16, 20-point lead Yellin. Nice pass here. Off the glass and a foul as Rushworth will go to the free throw line. Foul goes against Schooneman. Unofficially, Kevin, I have him with 4 fouls. As to the free throw line, Anthony Rushworth.
Well, whether Rushworth is either driving to the basket or down in the low post, he makes all his shots count, where he's either going to get the basket or get to the line, and that's what you're seeing right here.
Coming out of the game is Schooneman with his 4 fouls unofficially. Jake Trewarn comes back in. Rushworth with 7. If he makes this, it'll tie him with the leading scorers in the game with 8. And he gets it. So Rushworth also with 8. So, man, talk about distributing the scoring. He has 8. Jess has 8. Bourne with 7. 38-16 Yellin. Three-pointer, no good. We're going to get a foul away from the ball. This might be against Mariachi White. Yeah, it's against Mariachi White. Unofficially, Kevin, his 3rd foul. Full court pressure on. Borum wants to take it himself. Oops, takes it in. Nice fake. Faked everyone out. That shot is missed, though, by Kriebel. Borum, nice easy shot, and gets the shooter's roll. So Borum now the leading scorer in the game with 9.
Makes it count. Again, a team effort. They brought it up the court, had diagonal looks, flashed middle, got it there, got Borum open, and he drains it.
Nice drive baseline, and they're going to get a foul from behind against Dylan Jess. That'll be his first. Team's first. To the free throw line will be Zach Davis. Zach Davis, coach says, is a quiet, reserved general of this Berlin team. He'll get 2.
Well, Berlin, doing what they have to do. They're patient in their half-court set, moved the ball around, were able to get an open look, got the 3, got to the line here, but have just fallen behind by too much. And you just have a Yellin team that is giving a complete effort on both ends of the court.
Yeah, too many weapons on offense, and the defense, I think, too quick. But Davis gets 2. He makes both his from the free throw line. As a team, they're 7 for 8 from the free throw line, so pretty good in that aspect.
And it seems like whoever has the ball in their hand for Yellin, no matter who it is, really isn't getting rattled. And there we see a good indication of that, Tad. Breaking that press coming at half court by having everybody touch the ball. You have diagonal looks, and just a great job by Yellin.
Dylan Jess, the first player in double digits with 10. 42-18 Yellin here in this championship game.
Yeah, they're up by a lot, but you still see the defense rotating, doing what they have to do in that zone defense, and that's been a big reason why, not only on offense getting off to the big lead, but shutting down this Berlin team that in this late playoff run has scored some points against these other teams to get here.
Capacity crowd in this championship game. You can't fit anybody else in this gym. Under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Borum, this is a 3, no good. That's the other thing, is Rushworth going to get a foul from overhead. You would think in the way basketball is played today, in a 42-18 score, you'd think how many three-pointers? Yellin has not made a three-pointer today.
No, it's been through great ball movement. You've got backdoor moves, layups, a lot of bounce passes. That's the thing we always like from those teams that work well in the half-court set.
4:30 to play here, third quarter. Nearly, it is stolen away. Good effort by Kriebel. Let's see if he can convert. Kriebel, good move. Nice rebound, and Rushworth not able to get it in. So Yellin getting their chances on the last couple, just not able to score. Still 42-18. Berlin trails. They have the ball. Good movement in the corner inside. We're going to get a foul from behind. This could go against Borum. Yeah, that's against Borum. That's his second foul. Team's third.
Nice job by Zach Davis driving the baseline, drawing the defense's way, and dishing the ball off, trying to make things happen out there.
He's done that a handful of times today. He's been very effective with it. This is a 3. Kaboom! Isaac Beebe, his second three-pointer. He's got 7. He is now the leading scorer for this Berlin team. Borum crosses over, takes it himself, little hard off the glass. Another one missed. Now chasing it is Rushworth. Rushworth is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line.
Anytime you can get in close and put a shot up, do it, even if you're under some pressure, because, Tad, for the most part, Yellin has dominated on both the offensive and defensive boards, and you're seeing that right here from Anthony Rushworth and getting himself another opportunity at the free throw line.
Rushworth looking for points 9 and 10. He gets point number 9. And you're going to get a Berlin sub coming in for Mariachi White, who also has 4 fouls. This coming into the game will be Hunter McCauley, has 5 points. So a significantly smaller lineup coming in for Berlin. As Rushworth will get one more. Rushworth in the double digits club. He now has 10. So he has 10, Jess has 10, Borum has 9. 3 players between them, 29 of the 44. Three-pointer, nice rebound underneath. Vasquez, no good. Borum had it and lost it, now picks it up again. Looking up the court, nice bounce pass, Suriano. Borum swings far side. Kriebel, yes! Liam Kriebel now with 4.
Well, great ball movement. Kriebel's able to set his feet. Kriebel's done a nice job in the second half. Had a couple steals. He's really doing a good job on both sides of the floor. You see him right here get another steal.
See if he can do it himself. Little too hard off the glass. Grabs his own rebound. Why not? Put it in. Kriebel now with 6.
Just a great aggressive job following up your own shot. And that's the other thing we're seeing. A lot of these Yellin kids, especially down in the low post, are winning all the loose battles to the balls.
Things falling apart for Berlin as Suriano is going to go to the free throw line. Zach Davis on the foul. That's his first.
And another thing, Tad, you talk about the scoring being distributed. Not only a lot of these guys scoring, getting close to double figures or being in double figures, a lot of these guys have a lot of assists too. Not only do they score, but they dish the ball off. And that's just the way Joe Kogan teaches these guys to play in the half-court set. You maneuver the ball around the outside, have those patient half-court sets, and eventually you're going to get the defense out of position.
A couple cheerleaders doing some flips here for you completely across the... I believe they counted 10 flips, but getting back to Joe Kogan, I mean, again, being a 50-year-old, we have guys older than us who have played for Joe Kogan. And I'll tell you, you look up at the basketball banners. They've only been keeping the banners up here since 1981. But, I mean, just about every year they've won the division, and almost every year they've won the championship.
And they just play the game the right way. It's team basketball. Everybody gets involved. Not only the half-court sets, but how many times do you see them break the press with the diagonal looks? They flash middle. They get everybody involved. They get an easy layup. So it's, it's basketball where you're not only looking to get the ball, but before you get the ball, you know what you're going to do with it, where you're going to distribute it to.
Good old-fashioned team basketball. Very impressive, and it works. 48-21 your score as Suriano goes back to the free throw line. He'll miss that one. Into the game now, Ronnie Trewern replaces Jake Trewern. One more shot for Suriano, looking for his 7th point of the night. And he gets it. So as he gets his 7th into the game will be Tony Collins.
Good to see even some of these younger players get in the game, just getting a feel for being out on the floor in an atmosphere like this. And we talked in the pregame how I thought that was probably one of the big reasons why Yellin was able to get off to the quick start. Their kids probably weren't as affected by the atmosphere, the environment of having everybody right on top of them as Berlin might have been.
Also now in the game, Ryan Zingaro, number 55, seeing some action for the first time. He is an 8th grader. Sure they'll try and get him in the flow of things. Collins goes over for Kriebel. Collins thought about 3, back to Kriebel. Drives the line, and he will go back to the free throw line. Having a heck of a game today, Liam Kriebel.
Well, you're seeing great ball distribution, but on the other hand, if you've got the opportunity to drive that baseline, we talked about it before, you're dominating on the boards, by such a big margin that if you put something up, there's a good chance, even if it doesn't go in, either you're going to get fouled or one of your guys is going to get a rebound, and that's what's happened throughout the entire night.
Liam Kriebel now with 7 points on the night. They are 11 for 18 from the free throw line. Henry Kern does a nice hustling effort for Yellin in there to tie up Giovanni Vasquez. Yellin will inbound. They lead at 50-21. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go, third quarter. Giveaway there. Here comes McCall. McCall had it knocked away from behind, but they say it's going to be Yellin ball.
And that's a good hustle play by Henry Kern, a 7th grader, getting back there and causing a turnover.
Kern probably one of 4 7th graders who played significant time throughout the season. Bourne gets inside into Kern. Kern shot no good. Kick it back out. Zingaro, yes. Ryan Zingaro for 2.
Good job of Ryan Zingaro off on that baseline, hitting a soft jumper.
9th Yellin player to score in this game. We're going to get a foul out front. So 9 Yellin players have scored through 3 quarters.
And a textbook way, Tad, of breaking that press. Bring it up, flash middle, go to the outside. How many times did we see that tonight? And they found Zingaro open on the baseline. He drained it.
52-21 here in the third quarter. It's the 8th grade championship game. Yellin School from Stratford in the white. They lead it. Looking to go back-to-back. And we're going to get a foul here against Tony Collins. And coming back to the game, Jeremy Suriano. Leo Borum going to come out of the game. Borum going to take a seat with 9 points. Berlin swings it around. Taken away. Here comes Collins. Collins gets by a couple, goes into the corner. Suriano now. Over for Collins. Oops, back to Suriano. I thought that was going over his head. There's a takeaway, loose on the floor. Here's McCall. McCall didn't want to go up against the big guys there.
He knew he didn't have numbers on that one.
He kind of put on the brakes. Get out of Dodge. Nice fake there by Beebe. And it's going to be Yellin ball. 52 seconds to go, third quarter.
I'm impressed at all these kids coming off the bench, sinking the shots, but also playing great defense, looking to try to make steals and doing what they have to do. There's not going to be a letdown next year. These kids are going to come out and probably be in this championship game again when you look at some of the younger players and what they've been able to do.
Well, just like dynasties, it's a disappointing season if they're not in it and win it. They're here to win it, and we're going to get a travel before contact. As coming in the game will be Joey Romano, a 7th grader. He will replace Tony Collins. Joey will run the point when he comes in. Berlin, nice play in the corner. Nice. Tried to get it to Beebe, but just couldn't get a shot off. Now a shot is off McCall for 3, no good. Loose ball, and Burns stepped on the end line. Oh no, actually was against Berlin, so Yellin ball. Kriba wants to take it himself. Gets it up for Kern. Kern wants a jumper. Rebounded by Zingaro. Over for the shot, no good by Romano. 2.9 seconds to go here in the third period. See what inbound play they have here. Nice play inside to get a shot for Zingaro. It's no good though. We played 3 quarters in this championship game. Yellin leads at 52-21. You're watching the 8th grade championship here on Sterling High School TV 19. Chad Kazaneski, Kevin Schulz with you. 7 minutes till yet another Yellin championship game. It's amazing how well these kids play. But I'll tell you, Kevin, having a son on the team, these kids work all year round. Yeah. It's not just, it just doesn't happen.
Well, we were talking about, prior to this game, talking to some people, and they were saying Yellin probably practices more than some high school teams with what they do in the summer, the spring, the fall, and obviously it shows with the results that you're seeing tonight.
Kaboom, a 3-pointer. Isaac Beebe, he now is in double digits with 10. 52-24. Tried to get into Kern, they do. Wow, somehow Suriano got that. Now into the game, Rashawn Duncan, an 8th grader now in the game as we get a jump ball.
And no matter who they put in there, they're able to break the press. Now that one wasn't as pretty as some of the other ones going up the floor, but they found a way to break it. Whoever comes in just knows what to do.
Kern drives. He is fouled. No, he's not. He traveled beforehand. So Berlin trailing at 52-24, 6:28 to play in this one. Nice play, wide open, and a foul against Rashawn Duncan.
And probably one of the few times tonight you've seen that Yellin defense get caught being swayed too much towards the ball, not looking away from the ball. Those opportunities for Berlin, again, have been few and far between.
Giovanni Mariachi White to the free throw line, not able to get that one. And again, Yellin doing a good job of mixing in players. Again, one of them is Rashawn Duncan, seeing his first action of the night. So Berlin around the perimeter. And we're going to double dribble and a turnover. Don't forget, coming up after this game, Kevin Schulz will be courtside with our Yellin's 8th graders, our players of the game. Now there's a little controversy here with Coach Kogan as to what was going on. That tells you what kind of good coach he is, Kevin. They're up 52-24, and he's going to ride his team and ride the officials. Nice move there by Joe Romano. Suriano across the timeline. Tried to get to Romano, and we're going to get a foul against Giovanni Vasquez. That's his 3rd.
And this Berlin team, a great year by them. Obviously, game's out of hand at this point, but just to get to this point with the way their year went. They just ran into a team that would have been too much for anybody tonight with the way Yellin has played.
Yeah, the Summerdale team was actually the second seed as you're going to get a foul against Soriano. That's his second. Summerdale was the second seed, and a lot of us, including myself, I expected them to be in this game. But this Berlin team upset them in the quarterfinals and knocked them out. And that's a Summerdale team that almost beat this Yellin team earlier in the regular season. In the game now is Jeremy Perez.
So tough when you've got, we talked about so many different offensive weapons, and when you play defense the way they play, like we said, the defense swaying and leaving somebody open, you couldn't believe it was happening, because that's the first time I saw it happen all night. It didn't happen until about a little over 6 minutes left in this game.
And you were talking again because you have a player who's seeing first action now on the floor.
Yeah.
5.5 to go in this one. Soriano goes into Kern. Nice play, and for the 8th grader it converts. So all the 8th graders have scored as Rashawn Duncan has scored.
Well, there's that great ball movement with the diagonal looks and having everybody touch the ball. Again, it just seems that no matter who comes in this game, they feel comfortable dribbling the ball, maneuvering with the ball, and feel comfortable putting up the shot. And you saw Rashawn Duncan do a nice job finishing that last one.
He is the 10th Yellin Squire to score in this game. Under 5 minutes to go in the game. Oops, taken in there by Soriano. Now setting up his Kriebel. Kriebel may drive this. Look to go inside, nothing there, but even again, being patient. Looking to double. We have a double dribble there against Romano. As we have some subs coming back in as Joe Rigo comes in. Jim Zingaro comes back in. As we've got 4:23 to play in this championship game. That's a walk. It's turning it over is Jeremiah Perez.
And this is something, this has become such a tradition for these kids as young kids watching this game. They seem to get in here every year, and this is something they really take a lot of pride in, is being part of this program. And as you see Rashawn Duncan, who did a nice job in the short time that he was in there, finishing things off, getting the basket.
Ryan Zingaro now in as well. So 2 Zingaros in, as there's Jim Zingaro with the ball right there. Henry Bourne, nice drive. No good. It's going to stay Yellin ball. Jimmy Zingaro inbound. Swing it over. Arrigo. Contact. Zingaro. No good. And a foul is going to the line. Will be Joe Arrigo. Again, Kevin, no 3-pointers tonight at all for this Yellin team. That's amazing.
Well, with the movement you had, the baseline, getting the defense out of position, you get the easy baseline looks. And we talked about all the bounce passes. You've got so many good shots in close, no reason to take the 3. And I think the big thing is you got off to the early lead, too. I mean, that played a big part in it, but they just had multiple opportunities where all 5 players touched the ball coming down the floor.
And now a final curtain call. Zingaro will come out. I believe a couple of your seniors is coming back in last couple minutes as a Yellin player for Dylan Jess, who comes back in with 10. Now I believe Bourne is going to come back in. He'll come back in with 9. He's going to get Jimmy Zingaro. So a chance for these 8th graders to play in their last couple minutes here at Yellin Middle School. Henry Kern trying to be the 11th player to score for Yellin. Can he do it? Yes, he can. So Kern now on the board. That was the 21st free throw attempted. They are 12 for 21. 55-24, Yellin leads it. Into the corner, Beebe long. Borum on the rebound. He's got open floor in front of him. He's taking it himself. Borum now with 11 points as he's in double digits.
Real good speed, getting it ahead of the pack, and we've seen that time and time again from Leo Borum, and Berlin just hasn't had an answer for that.
57-24 final, 3:20 in this championship game. That shot is short. Kicks back out. Soriano sends it up. Nice pass to Arrigo, who's fouled. And a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Arrigo now with 5. That was Davis on his second foul.
So good to see these these 8th graders in here getting a chance, like you said, Tad, to play out the last couple minutes. And obviously these are the guys who got Yellin off to that big start. As we look at Anthony Rushworth getting a well-deserved round of applause coming out right now.
Rushworth finishes with 10 points. To the free throw line, Joe Arrigo with 5. No good on that one. 3 minutes and some change to play in this championship game in 2016. Three-pointer for Davis, that's long. Nice rebound inside, converted by Schoenemann. He now has 4. Across the timeline with it is Arrigo. Nice pass, shot no good. And it goes the other way off the hands of Ryan Zingaro. Is back into the game now. Rashawn Duncan. And is taking his seat now will be Dylan Jess and Leo Borum.
That's amazing, the total amount of players you're seeing just coming in and out of this game. When you watch a lot of these Yellin basketball games, sometimes it resembles a hockey game with line changes with all the players coming in and out. Very unique situation. Not to mention the long bench you see there with, I don't know, 20-some players.
29 players in this program. Nice play inside. Shot is missed. Rebounded by Zingaro. Soriano. You're going to see some more players coming into the game now, Kevin, as well. So we hit the 2-minute mark to play in this one. Nice play. Zingaro goes inside. Shot. We're going to get a travel beforehand from Rashawn Duncan. Let's see. Collins comes in. Zingaro back in. Into the game for the first time. 7th grader Ron Morello comes in. His dad, the chief of police here for Stratford. So they come in at the 2:03 mark remaining in this one. Also back in is Henry Kern. Inside, shot missed. Kern on the rebound. Collins will bring it up. Don't forget, coming up after the game, Kevin Schills will be courtside with the 8th graders after this one on another big win for Yellin in another championship. Zingaro goes inside. Shot is missed off the play there by Morello. So Morello is trying to be the 13th player to score in this game. He'll let it count. Why not? Yeah. Vasquez now with 5. They'll bring some subs into the game. Tommy McGovern will come in for Stratford.
You got to let one NBA multi-step drive go.
But you better make it.
That's
he did.
Right.
So make the refs look good. So
Yep.
in a game like this, you don't mind something like that. Last thing you want to see is fouls and stoppages. Just get it going. Final 1:20 in this one. Nice play inside to Kern. Kick it back out. Zingaro for 3. That misses everything. Kern on the rebound. Kern misses. Body's flying. It's going to stay Stratford ball. 1:07 to play in this championship game. Shot missed by McGovern. 1 minute to play in the championship game. Play inside is loose. Trying to save it for a second as Morello is coming in now. Santino Pigaro. Also coming in, let's see, who else? Jake coming in. Jake Shields. Blake coming into the game. Blake Martin. I'm going to call a block against Martin. That'll be his first. you're probably, when this is all said and done, you're going to have probably about 26 players get in the game for Yellin.
And it's good, I guess. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but below 7th grade, those kids also get to play SAO. So
yeah,
they
the
get to supplement
graders.
what they're doing. And they also, have that 6th and 7th grade games, which the kids get some time. But nothing beats these kids being able to get out there in this environment.
Get a little TV action, too. To get that rebound out. Shot, no good. Still loose on the floor. Romano had it and lost it. Boy, ball all over the place now. Here's a quick shot off. That's no good. Shot put back in. That's no good. Figaro on a rebound. Sends it up the floor. Here comes Romano. 1 7th grader, the other, no good. Sending it all the way up now is Trewern. Trewern, contact. As he is fouled. Also into the game, Cameron Shinkowitz comes in the game for our Sterling fans. He's the younger brother of Sabrina Shinkowitz and another Shinkowitz playing away at colleges.
Tori Shinkowitz.
At Long Island University. So yet more Shinkowitz is coming to Sterling High School as Ronnie Trewern's looking for his first points of the night.
Tori playing both soccer and lacrosse. Very unique situation. You're talking about going to a Division I school and being able to play 2 sports.
Final 19 seconds in the championship game here. Is one more try for some points for Ronnie Trewern. Not able to get that one. Nice rebound. Shot is missed, and that's going to be an over the back against Doan. And
well, it's just a great testament to all these kids, the coaches, all the hard work, and obviously it's paying off in them.
All right,
get another championship trophy.
We talk about Shinkowitz. He's going to get to go to the free throw line. He's got a 1-and-1 coming up, so chance for him to get on the board. Shinkowitz, a 7th grader. He'll get a 1-and-1. Whoops. Doesn't get it to fall. Final 10 seconds. Shot from the outside. Trewern's shot no good. Rebound goes in. Good basket there by Doan, his first 2, and that is going to do it. As Yellin School, the 2016 8th grade champions.
Well, there was never a doubt. Got off to a great start, and with the offense that you saw from Yellin, distributing the ball to everybody getting involved. Again, that great defense that really never allowed Berlin to get in this game.
They win it by a score of 59-30. Your final point scorers in the game: Jimmy Zingaro 2, Jeremy Suriano 7, Sean Kazaneski 2, Leo Borum 11, Rashawn Duncan 2, Joe Arrigo 5, Liam Kriebel 7, Dylan Jess 10, Anthony Rushworth 10, Ryan Zingaro 2. For Berlin, Hunter McCall 5, Zach Davis 2, Isaac Beebe 10, Jake Trewern 2, Mike Schoeneman 4, Giovanni Vasquez 5, and Jacob Doan 2, as they set up for the trophy presentation here. And Kevin, it has just been amazing what this Yellin program, and again, Coach Kogan, over 30 plus years, what he's been able to do.
No, they work, and I've been at some games where I've seen them be up by 25 points against the team. When you look at the town on the floor, I don't know that they're necessarily 25 points better, but just the great ball movement, the distribution, and a lot of the kids knowing where they're going with the ball before they even get it keeps defenses off bounds. And it's really done. When you look at these championships that they're able to get, it's done through a lot of great team basketball.
All right, what we'll do is we'll take a quick break, and we will be back with the post-game show. We're going to do the trophies first, and then we'll have some interviews in a moment. All right, let's listen into the ceremony for the trophies here right now. All right, as you can see, the players have gotten their trophies. Mr. Schulz will be courtside. We'll return in a moment. That looks like we're getting the team presentation now. I guess they're saving that for last. We'll hold that here. Let's go for the. There's the team presentation of the trophy right there with the 8th graders. Again, we'll keep it here another second or two. All right, now we will take a break and we'll come back with the interview of the 8th graders when we return in a moment right here on Sterling High School TV 19.
Kevin Schulz back here with our stars of the game. We're going to talk to the 8th graders. First, Jeremy Suriano. Was there ever a doubt that you guys would be walking away with that trophy?
No, we just kept our heads up, and we didn't overlook the team because we learned a lesson when we watched the other teams lose, and we just kept our heads up and won the game.
You out there running the point, you seem like you know when to push the ball up, when to slow it up. Was that the key to you guys coming away with the victory?
Yeah, we've been practicing this in practice, and we just go over and go over until we get it right. And we did it at this time. We did the right time, and we won the game at the end.
Well, Jeremy, congratulations and best of luck the rest of the way, pal.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, pal. And we have Joe Arrigo coming in here. Obviously they were a Berlin team that was really scrappy in getting here. Talk about the defensive job you guys did coming into this game.
Well, we just kept doing what we were doing. We like to force them to make dumb passes and shoot a lot of threes. We orchestrated the offense very well. Jeremy just kept doing the passes very well. We kept attacking to the basket, and we kept playing defense, main key defense.
Is the key to the way you play to move the ball quickly around the outside to get the defense out of position?
Yeah, my way is to keep moving it until I get my open shot or away to the lane.
Well, Joe, great job tonight, and congratulations and best luck next year in high school.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, pal. Okay. And we have Dylan Jess here. Hey, congratulations. You got a lot of the points early on when your team needed the points. Talk about some of the hustle plays you had and getting those putbacks.
My team needed me, so I decided to step up and do what they needed to get the game out.
And in the one, you showed some speed and getting ahead of the pack. Talk about that.
This is going where I'm supposed to be, doing it all season, being where I'm supposed to be, getting your spots, and that's how it happened.
Did you feel comfortable right from the beginning of the game? Obviously, an environment like this with a lot of people here. Did you have those? You probably had the early nerves, but did they go away pretty quickly?
Yeah, in practice we're always getting pushed hard, always getting yelled at, so this was nothing at us. We know how to push through it, so I think we did good.
Well, Dylan, thanks for coming on with us. Congratulations on a great game and best of luck in the future.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. And we have Anthony Rushworth coming in here. And Anthony, you just have a knack of knowing what to do underneath the basket. Talk about how comfortable you feel when you get those rebounds and putting it back up.
I feel great. Well, the thing we did was controlled it and basically just had nice shots and made them and just played it good as a team.
And you mentioned that as a team. Talk about how you guys play. Are you always not only looking to shoot, but looking to who the ball's going to?
Yeah, looking to who the ball is going to, finding open shots.
Talk about, down on the low post, you guys dominated, and you had a huge rebounding edge. I don't know what it was, but was the key to you guys down low just looking to box out every time that ball went up?
Yeah.
Well, Anthony, you did a great job. Congratulations, and best of luck in the future, pal.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, pal. Okay. And we have Leo Borum right here. Leo, you looked real comfortable leading the fast break. Is that something you practiced on a lot, going ahead and driving to the hole?
Yep.
What about, on the defensive effort that we saw from you guys? Was that a key early on to put a lot of pressure on the perimeter?
Yeah.
Is that a big part of your game? Now, what do you think was the toughest thing coming in this game? Was it getting past the point where you might be nervous initially?
A little bit.
When did you start to feel comfortable? Obviously, a championship game with a lot of people. At what point did the nerves leave you?
Our first basket.
Was that?
Our first basket.
The first basket. And is the fact that you guys play so well as a team make it a lot easier to be out there with these guys?
Yeah.
Well, Liam, great job tonight, and thanks for coming on with us, pal.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Okay. Good job. Okay. Liam Kriebel, one thing we looked at you at, and obviously you had some baskets, some great offensive shots, but the defense that you showed probably had as many steals as anybody. Is that a big part of your game?
I mean, we just do what we learn in practice. Try to get the ball, run an offense. Offense comes off of defense.
And it looked like you were anticipating where the ball was going. Were you trying to get a head start, or is it your ability to read what's going on?
A little bit of both. Kind of just like reading where he's going to pass it, kind of get a head start.
And talk about the trap that you guys had on the outside. I know you were in and out between playing down low and playing out there. Was that part of the game plan?
Yeah, we do that every game. Just try to get quick steals.
And when did you start feeling comfortable in this game? Obviously, coming in, you're a little nervous starting the game. When did you develop a comfort zone? Was it a steal, a shot, or when was it?
Just kind of when this team started to play good, and just like first shot, falling down, that definitely got me going.
Well, Liam, thanks for coming on with us. Congratulations on a great game, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you.
Okay. We have Ryan Zingaro. We usually see it baseball, but a great job coming in here. And you were like a lot of guys that came into this game. When you got the ball, got the opportunity to shoot it, did you feel comfortable down low?
Yeah, Coach always told us that when we go into the game, be ready, because he always gives us the confidence every day at practice that it's not just a 5-man team, about how we have a huge bench and how our bench wins us games.
And your basket came on the baseline down there. I believe it was in breaking the press. Was that just a situation where you knew where to line up?
Yeah, we practice that every day. We practice all these drills all the time, and it helps us win all these games.
And coming in this game again, you didn't feel a bit nervous when you got that ball?
No, Coach always tells us don't be nervous because practice is worse than at the games.
You know what? More than one guy said that, but I'll tell you what, it really paid off. And Ryan, thanks for coming on with us. Congratulations on the championship.
Thank you.
Okay. Rashawn Duncan, coming into this game, you had a couple baskets where it was a matter of finishing down low, getting the ball in a bounce pass. Talk about how gratifying it is to not only score, but see those guys move the ball in front of you.
Well, I think it's amazing to score and know that you're a part of a championship team, and it's because you scored and your team worked well together while you guys won.
Are you one of those guys that takes more pride in defense, even more than offense?
Yeah, because defense wins games.
And you're one of those guys who played down in the low post. Was there a lot of battling, a lot of physical play down in the low post?
Yeah, well, during any game down low, it's always really hard to get the ball because you have a whole bunch of people just crashing the net on you, but I think today it was especially hard because they wanted to win just as much as we did.
Well, great job, Rashawn. Thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you.
Okay, pal. Thanks. And we have Alex Varela coming in here. Hey, you didn't get the play, but how did it feel to see your guys do what they were able to do?
It felt great, man. Just want to see them win all the time, like usual.
And did you coming on here and getting a little standing ovation from everybody, does that really exemplify how this is just a team effort and a team game?
Yeah, man, everybody did what they're supposed to do, and I tried what I can do, but I broke my leg, so I'm just happy to support my team.
Well, Alex, hopefully the leg will clear up, and best of luck in the future, and thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you, too.
Okay, pal. Thanks a lot. Good luck. And we have Tyler Blair, who had a pregame dunk. I think that might have got things going. You're a kid who played for Yellin and have seen this tradition from when you were a little kid. Talk a little bit about this tradition and how it's really ingrained in kids growing up and in the community.
It's a really special tradition. I mean, you go to Parkview and then you come here, and everybody wants to be a Squire. If you can just see by the banners here, we have so many championships won, and everybody wants to be a part of that. So being a 6th grader, it's really intense and really fun. And then once you get to 8th grade, you're trying to really win a chip like these guys did here tonight. So to go to the high school level and then come back is really special to see these guys win a championship, especially the bond I created with all of them, where I'm usually the good cop when Mr. Kogan's the bad cop, so that kind of helps.
Okay, helping out. This is obviously a team that plays team basketball. It was that way when you played. Did the type of things you learned to play as a team player transcend in other sports that you played, Sterling?
Yeah, absolutely. I did play basketball freshman, sophomore, and junior year. So my fundamentals were at an all-time high because I learned them here. My athleticism definitely was built here. I was probably the most in shape I was in here because we would always do finger push-ups and jump rope before practice. So it definitely helped me start my athletic ability and career here.
And congratulations to you, because Mr. K and I kind of challenged you to dunk before the game, not thinking you would do it so effortlessly, but you definitely made us look bad.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could have did that on the Sterling basketball court, but, I got to keep my fans happy.
Well, Tyler, thanks for coming on with us, and as a senior, best of luck in baseball coming
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks. Tony Collins coming in here, dead ringer for your brother, play the same type of way. Did you feel comfortable as a 7th grader coming in here, playing in front of these, a lot of people here?
Yeah, I tried to do my best, and I had 0 points, but I felt comfortable because my brother taught me some stuff, and it was kind of cool to play in the championship game, and I hope that I get to play in the championship game next year.
And you set the table for what you're able to do next year. Talk about how whoever comes in there, and you especially, you come off the bench, the job you do in breaking the press. What's the key to you doing that?
Well, Coach tells us to just relax and just move the ball and reverse it. And at practice, we reverse it at least like 5 times, and that's a great way to move the ball. And we just move the ball great, and that's how we win games.
Well, Tony, thanks for coming on with us. Best of luck in the future. I'm sure we'll have you on here next year.
Thank you.
Okay, pal. Thanks a lot. And Henry Kern playing down in the low post. How confident did this make you feel being in a championship game and playing the way you did?
It gives me a lot of confidence and experience going on to 8th grade. And I feel like with these games that I get to play in, I'm a lot more ready to play in 8th grade and more experience.
And we've talked to a couple guys about the physical nature of this game, and you were one guy who played down in the low post. Was there a lot of bumping going on down there?
Yeah, you got to be aggressive to play down there, and if you're not, I learned very quickly that you're going to get pushed around and you're not going to be as successful.
Talk about how you feel really more comfortable in those putbacks, and how has your offensive game developed?
I always had the putbacks and the low post stuff, but over the year I learned how to shoot the ball more and get my open jump shot and all that.
Being part of this championship, does that want it even more next year as an 8th grader?
Yeah, I have big expectations for next year.
Well, Henry, thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck in the future, pal.
Thank you.
Okay. We have our usual meeting here at the center court. Hey, just another great job by your team. Each year, it's just, seeing these kids, talk about the feeling of them getting that championship trophy and the joy in their faces and finishing off all the hard work.
Well, this is an especially gratifying situation here. Watch these kids come from where they were to where they are now, and they have been tremendous all year in practice. It's been a wonderful year with these kids. They just work very hard, as do all of our kids. This year, especially with this group, to see them come from 6th graders on up, just nice kids, worked hard, and as you see, we don't have a superstar. We just have a team out there.
And is that the key to everybody? And it seemed like anybody who got the ball, they were looking, if the shot wasn't there, to distribute before they even got the ball. Is that a big part of your message?
That definitely is. That's the way we play here. Everybody's got to touch the ball. We probably play 10 passes sometime, but that's okay. In practice, we do that quite a bit, 10 passes before a shot. But it's all team ball and outstanding defense, as you've seen.
Yeah. Well, defense was a big part. We felt like obviously offensively, you got off to a big start. But was that the key early on, not allowing Berlin to get any type of good shot?
Definitely is. The last 2 ball games here in the playoffs, we allowed 26 points. This one, I think it was 30 altogether. And you're going to win a lot of games by keeping them down that way.
Well, it's amazing you have a voice, because the one thing they said, I said, are you nervous? They said, no, we're used to Mr. Kogan yelling at us in practice. But you still have your voice, and congratulations, Joe, and best of luck in the future, and we enjoy coming out here every year.
Thanks a lot. Okay. And thanks for coming out and doing this.
Anytime. It's been our pleasure. Thanks, Joe. Congratulations. And that'll do it. Just a great job by the Yellin team coming out here, playing team basketball, getting off to a great start, and finishing off with another championship. For everybody involved, David Heckman, doing a great job on the camera. Mr. K doing a play-by-play. I'm Kevin Schulz. We'll see you next time on Channel 19.